how to use body language in a speech. Why do people need to use body language when giving a speech? Every effective speaker uses body language to establish credibility, engage the audience, and clarify their message. Neuroscientists found that the amygdala in the brain makes snap judgment whether people are trustworthy in milliseconds. That means the audience will decide whether to listen even before the speaker starts talking. That is why speakers need to use appropriate body language to establish credibility. Neuroscientists also found that even when the audience appears to be observing passively, the mirror neurons in their brains are actively engaged. That means the audience can feel what the speaker feels just by watching. So getting the audience engaged is what all effective speakers need to do. Effective speakers always match their facial expressions and hand gestures not only to clarify but also to strengthen their message. So what kinds of body language do people use? Every effective speaker uses facial expressions, gestures, and whole body movements in a natural way that match his or her message. When it comes to facial expressions, almost everyone shows their emotions through their face, and most people look at others when they speak. The key is to appear genuine and sincere when speaking in public. The speaker can achieve this only by becoming genuinely interested in the audience. Gestures refer to movements of the hands and arms, and they include conventional gestures, descriptive gestures, and emotional gestures. Conventional gestures are universal symbols in the modern world like holding up 4 fingers for the number 4, raising the palm for stop, and holding up the thumb for good job. Descriptive gestures describe the speaker's ideas or actions like using the thumb and index finger to show small amount, holding the thumb and small finger next to the ear to mean phone call, and using the arms and hands to show the shape of something. Emotional gestures show the speaker's feelings like lowering the head to show sadness, clenching the fist to show determination, and shrugging the shoulders to show indifference. Whole body movements are about the speaker's stance and posture, stage position, and movement on stage. Stance and posture refer to the way the speaker stands on stage. Effective speakers always stand straight and tall to give themselves and the audience confidence. Stage position refers to where the speaker stands or sits in relation to the audience. The closer the distance, the more engaged the audience becomes. Stage movement refers to the way the speaker moves from one place to another on the stage like using different spatial anchors on stage for events that happened in different time frames and showing how different persons are having a conversation. To sum up, proximity to the audience and lively body language from the speaker strengthen audience engagement. The challenge for any speaker to become effective lies in replacing distractive body language like with friendly facial expressions, natural gestures, and purposeful movements, while giving a message to the audience that resonates with them and excites them. Watch how Yasmin Hengen used her vocal variety, facial expressions, gestures, and whole body movement to match her message in her speech.
The doors began to close. "Hurry!" shouted my friend. "Our train, it's our only hope!" Hope for what she didn't say. As the door slammed shut, we made it. We made it into the train, just a hair's breadth from being squeezed into a pulp by the steel doors, just milliseconds away from being trampled on by the dangerous stampede behind. It was very, very squashed on the train. I was in an outrageously humiliating position because it was the only way I could fit onto the train. For some reason, somebody's elbow had wound up in my ear, and there was a suitcase in the other one. But for the first time in that mad morning, I had a peaceful moment to myself. And it was only then that it occurred to me that I'd never once wondered why I was running or where I was going. I turned to my friend. You know, I only just realized why I was running and where I was going. Oh, really? Good for you. It's more that can be said about most people. What? I can't hear you. Because there's a elbow in one ear and a suitcase in the other. Anyway, yeah, I was going to go to a park to read a book. Didn't you notice how beautiful the weather was today? Read a book? Go to parks? Notice the weather? Are you crazy? We're all too busy for that. We're much too in a rush. Of course, I couldn't hear what she was saying because, you know, there was an elbow in my ear and a suitcase in the... You got the point. Anyway, it was then that I realized we're all so fixated on rushing around and being busy without knowing why, that sometimes we forget to enjoy the good things in... Oh my gosh, we're at the station. Quick, push your way to the door.
So how can people improve their use of body language when speaking in public? Observe how world champion speakers choreograph their winning speeches. Choreograph every word of your speech on your script. Rehearse till you deliver your best performance. Invite seasoned Toastmasters for suggestions how they would choreograph your speech. That's what these effective speakers did to become world champions. So what makes effective use of body language when giving a speech? When there's alignment in body language, vocal variety, and the message as an integral piece. In a word, congruence.